Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Antonia Michailidis. On behalf of the Greek Cypriot Brotherhood, it is my great honour and pleasure to welcome you to tonight's event, celebrating the 90th anniversary of the Greek Cypriot Brotherhood, the oldest Cypriot association in the UK. Please remain standing for His Eminence Archbishop Nikitas to say grace ahead of the meal we're going to enjoy together.
Θεέ Θεός ημών ευλόγησον την πρόση, την πόση των δούλων σου, ότι Άγιος η πάντοτε νύχια η Χριστόνας των αιώνων. Αμήν.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Cyprus, Your Eminence, Archbishop Nikitas of Theateran, Great Britain, Madam Deputy Speaker, Honourable and Right Honourable Members of Parliament, Your Excellencies, the Ambassador of Greece and High Commissioner of Cyprus, my good friends, the President and Honorary President of the Brotherhood, distinguished councillors, my good friends, the Presidents of BOMAC, NEBOMAC UK, the Greek Orthodox communities, former Federation President and members, Presidents and members of our community associations, members of the Brotherhood's Committee, distinguished guests, dear friends. On behalf of the Greek Cypriot Brotherhood and our President, Aris Haralambidis, I would like to welcome the President of the Republic of Cyprus and all of you to this evening's dinner to celebrate the 90th anniversary of the Brotherhood. It is an immense honour to have President Christodoulidis with us tonight. I would also like to extend a special welcome to the members of Parliament who've come fresh from voting to join us for this evening's event. The Brotherhood is our community's oldest association and has a proud and historic legacy. Over the last 90 years, through our work, we've remained steadfast in our mission to maintain and preserve our culture, language, heritage and faith, and of course, to work and advocate for the end of the now 50-year-long Turkish occupation of Cyprus and the reunification of the island in line with the agreed UN framework. As our community has evolved, so have our events, initiatives and activities. Whether it's networking events with leading diaspora Cypriots, free university lectures with professors from the University of Cyprus, family social events or parliamentary receptions, the Brotherhood really has been at the heart of our community's development in this country for several generations now. And more details are available in the commemorative brochure on your desks, and if you'd like to get more involved, please don't hesitate to speak to me or any of the committee over the course of this evening. Over the lifetime of the Brotherhood, Cypriots in the UK have been actively contributing to and shaping the UK's success story. Today, our diaspora counts amongst its ranks captains of industry, property, retail, media in the city, leaders in medicine, science, teaching, arts, journalism and civil society, as well as TV dragons, a former cabinet minister and parliamentarians. And I'm delighted that so many of these standard bearers for our diaspora are able to join us this evening. It is often said that another Cyprus lives outside the island, and our diaspora is testament to that. Whilst we may not live on the island, or in many cases have been born on the island, we cherish the language, religion, culture and traditions. Mr. President, during your time as Consul General here in the UK, you lived as part of our diaspora, and I know you have always had a deep passion for our diaspora. So on behalf of all of us, I would like to express our gratitude for your unstinting support. The Brotherhood has always been a unifying force across the political spectrum for our diaspora. The Brotherhood established the now commonly accepted principle that our community should vote for incumbent MPs that have demonstrated their support for our diaspora through their actions irrespective of their political party. And I'm sure that's something our parliamentary friends here tonight are delighted to hear, especially in the general election year. And for over 30 years, we hosted an annual Independence Day dinner in the very heart of Westminster, with the Cypriot Foreign Minister as the main speaker, and that was attended by parliamentarians from across the political spectrum. And following the illegal Turkish invasion of 1/3 of the territory of the Republic of Cyprus in 1974, the Brotherhood was a driving force behind the formation of the National Federation of Cypriots in the UK. For the last 50 years, the Federation has brought together over 80 community associations into the unified voice that represents our diaspora. And I'm immensely proud to be its president. Indeed, two former presidents of the Brotherhood, Dr. Homer Habibis and Haris Sofoklidis, also served as presidents of the Federation. And I'm delighted that Harry also an honorary president of the Brotherhood, is here with us tonight. Harry, thank you for everything that you did for the Brotherhood, our diaspora, and of course Cyprus. You left us all with a rich inheritance that we are now the custodians of. And that inheritance includes this magnificent building that the Brotherhood is privileged to own. The Brotherhood's first building was 21 Fitzroy Square in West 1, and today we are here in the London Borough of Barnet, where we welcome not just our members, but the wider Cypriot community, as well as individuals from across the borough and beyond. And to deliver our mission, the Brotherhood has worked closely with all presidents, governments and political leaders of Cyprus, as well as the National Federation of Cypriots, the Cyprus High Commission, Archbishop Nikitas and the Greek Embassy. And the former presidents of the Republic of Cyprus, Archbishop Makarios, Spyros Kyprianou, Giorgos Vasiliou, Klavkos Kleridis, Dimitris Christofias, Nikos Anastasiadis, and the late Archbishop of Cyprus, Chrysostomos I, showed their appreciation for the important political, social and educational and cultural work of the Brotherhood by becoming our patrons. And tonight, we are delighted to be adding the current president of Cyprus, Nikos Christodoulidis, to that very distinguished list of patrons. I'd now like to say a few words in Greek. Αγαπητέ Πρόεδρε, σας ευχαριστούμε θερμά γιατί μας κάνετε τη μεγάλη τιμή να γίνετε προστάτης της ελληνικής κυπριακής αδερφότητας. Η 90η επέτειος της αδερφότητας είναι μαζί και η ιστορία ενός μεγάλου τμήματος του λαού μας, που έκανε τη Βρετανία δεύτερη του πατρίδα. Αυτήν την επέτειο, η αδερφότητα, ενισχυμένη με τη νέα γενιά, αρχίζει ένα νέο ξεκίνημα για ανέλυξη. Οι άνισοι αγώνες σας, όπως και όλων των προέδρων της Κυπριακής Δημοκρατίας και του Κυπριακού λαού, είναι και δικοί μας αγώνες. Για 50 χρόνια συμμετέχουμε και αγωνιζόμαστε όλοι μαζί για τον τερματισμό της παράνομης τουρκικής κατοχής. Συμμετέχουμε στις ακούραστες προσπάθειες σας για την εξέβριση ειρηνικής, λειτουργικής και δίκαιης λύσης στο Κυπριακό στη βάση της Διζωνικής Δικαιωτικής Ομοσπονδίας. Δυστυχώς, αντιμετωπίζεις, όπως και οι προηγούμενοι πρόεδροι, πάντα τη σκληρή και αδιάλαχτη στάση της Τουρκίας. Σε αυτήν την περίοδο αναμενόμενης επανέναρξης των συνομιλίων, καλούμαστε όλοι με υπευθυνότητα και ενότητα στο εσωτερικό μέτωπο και στο εξωτερικό να αντιμετωπίσουμε την τουρκική αδιαλλαξία, τις προκλητικές δηλώσεις και τους εκβιασμούς. Όλοι μαζί, ενωμένοι όπου και αν βρισκόμαστε, επιβάλλεται να αξιοποιήσουμε τις επαφές και τις σχέσεις μας με την Βουλή και τα κέντρα αποφάσεων για να προασπίσουμε την ανεξαρτησία και την κυριαρχία της Κυπριακής Δημοκρατίας. Σαν Βρετανοί πολίτες, θα συνεχίσουμε να αξιοποιούμε τους φίλους μας βουλευτές και να απαιτούμε από την κυβέρνηση και την αντιπολίτευση να τιμήσει τις υποχρεώσεις προς την Κύπρο. Γι' αυτό είμαστε ευγνώμονες στους φίλους μας Βρετανούς βουλευτές που σε δύσκολες στιγμές ανέλαβαν πολιτικό κόστος και στάθηκαν παρά το πλευρό της μικρής Κύπρου και της παροικίας μας. Θα συνεχίσουμε να προβάλλουμε πιεστικά και αποτελεσματικά τα δίκαια του λαού μας και να αγωνιζόμαστε για μια Κύπρο ελεύθερη, ενωμένη και ειρηνική. Μια Κύπρο όπου όλοι οι κάτοικοι της, ανεξάρτητα από φυλή, θρησκεία, θα απολαμβάνουν τα ανθρώπινα δικαιώματα μέσα σε συνθήκες ασφάλειας, ειρήνης, πρόοδου και ευημερίας. Now, in closing, we only exist because of the tireless work and dedicated support of our members, committee, volunteers, our caterers who've laid on tonight's food, and the younger generation. So on behalf of the Brotherhood's president, I would like to say a big thank you to all of them. I'd like to say a special thank you to two people. The longest living member of the Brotherhood and our current president, Aris Haralambidis, for his dedication over many decades. And I should say, it's also Aris' birthday today. I'm not sure he wanted me to say that, but I will. And the second person is our long-serving Executive Secretary, who has voluntarily served the Brotherhood now for over 4 decades and organised tonight's event. Andreas Karalis, or Dad as otherwise called. And finally, a big thank you to President Christodoulidis and all of you for joining us for tonight's 90th anniversary. Here's to the next 90 years. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Christo. Ladies and gentlemen, it is our huge honour to have His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Cyprus, join us this evening. Please give a warm welcome to Mr. Nikos Christodoulidis.
Your Eminence, Madam Deputy Speaker, Your Excellency, my dearest friend, Ambassador of Greece, High Commissioner, Honorable and Right Honorable Members of the Parliament, dear President, officers, and Committee of the Brotherhood, Mr. Sophocleidis, Mrs. Levendi, my dearest Kypros, I know the names of almost 90% of the people in tonight's event, and I'm very proud for this. Let me start by thanking the organizers of the event and the leadership of the Brotherhood for providing me with this opportunity to address and engage with all of you with such a special audience. It is with emotions of joy and pride that I'm here today in London to mark the 90 years since the foundation of the Greek Cypriot Brotherhood, to celebrate 90 years of its continued service to the Cypriot diaspora in the United Kingdom and the long-standing struggle for the freedom of our beloved Cyprus. Tonight, we applaud and recognize the long history of both your service and instrumental work towards your fellow Cypriots, for which I'm sure you rightly feel proud of. And I want you to know that the government of the Republic of Cyprus, the government and the people of Cyprus are not only grateful for your defining contribution in struggling for a free and united Cyprus, but we are also deeply appreciative of your unrelenting efforts to advance and promote the relations between Cyprus and the UK. Dear friends, throughout its long and very rich history, the Greek Cypriot Brotherhood has been guided by noble principles as well as commendable initiatives, all with the goal of safeguarding the interests of the Cypriot community in the UK and of Cyprus itself. Since 1934, when the Brotherhood was founded, initially to help the first Cypriot immigrants, providing them cultural, educational and moral support, the Brotherhood is the backbone of the Cypriot diaspora in the UK. Over the years, the Brotherhood worked diligently and contributed significantly in maintaining the strong connection between the Cypriot migrants in the UK and their homeland Cyprus. The Brotherhood was the driving force behind the initiative to establish the first Greek schools in the UK for the generations born outside Cyprus. In July 1974, it led the formation of the National Coordinating Committee of Cyprus in England, which later was renamed as the National Federation of Cypriots in the UK, the umbrella organization that unites the Cypriot diaspora here in the UK. A diaspora which I personally perceived as the most dynamic aspect of the Cyprus-UK relations. The Brotherhood, rightly so, largely invested in the younger, the second and the third generations of Cypriots, securing the continuation of the Cypriot community and ensuring that our values and principles are well preserved. Over the course of its history, the Brotherhood demonstrated resilience and remarkable adaptability. As the needs of the Cypriot community changed through the years, so have the goals and efforts of the Brotherhood. It was at the forefront of all national struggles since Cyprus' independence back in 1960. After the Turkish invasion in 1974, it pioneered and led initiatives to ensure, above political affiliations and personal interest, that the voice of Cypriot diaspora will be heard and acknowledged. It was also a catalyst in all efforts to build up and intensify cooperation and much needed communication with British political parties and politicians. To deliver on its mission, the Brotherhood always worked closely and continues to do so with all presidents in Cyprus, governments and political parties, as well as, of course, with the National Federation of Cypriots in the UK and the Cyprus High Commission. Dear friends, at this point allow me a personal note which I will be very much remiss if I did not refer to. I know all of you very well. I was privileged and I feel blessed that during my diplomatic career I have served as Consul General of Cyprus High Commission here in London between 2002 and 2006. I feel blessed simply because I had the privilege to personally witness the enduring work and unselfish dedication of the members of the Brotherhood and our broader UK diaspora. I saw firsthand the commitment and personal engagement of the members of the Brotherhood in the pursuit of convening our national struggles message to the UK. I couldn't but consider myself lucky as I had the opportunity to work and cooperate closely with the Brotherhood and all other organized groups of Cypriots in the UK. I met kind, honest, and generous people. I made long-lasting friendship, creating bonds of mutual respect that remain strong up to this day. At the same time, today is a special day for me as the President of the Republic of Cyprus. Like all former presidents of the Republic, I have the great honor to be nominated as High Patron of the Brotherhood. Dear friends, I will carry this honor with great sense of commitment and responsibility. Most importantly, I consider this nomination as a great honor towards the high institution I myself represent, that of the President of the Republic of Cyprus. My sincere feelings of pride also represent Cyprus' appreciation for the significant national, social, cultural, and educational work you all have fulfilled for almost a century now. Ladies and gentlemen, 2024 is a year marked by key moments and anniversaries for our country. We're approaching in a few days the 20th anniversary of our accession to the European Union. It is a historic milestone for Cyprus, and as I very often say, it is our country's most important achievement since 1960 independence. 20 years on, we are a proud European Union member at the core of European politics whose voice and positions are heard and respected. However, 2024 also marks a sober anniversary, the completion of 50 years since the illegal 1974 Turkish invasion of Cyprus and the ongoing military occupation of almost 37% of the territory of our beloved homeland. We are standing today, half a century later, before history, before the memory of our fallen compatriots and of those who passed away unjustified, before the families of our heroes and the relatives of missing persons, before our enclaved people and all refugees. My fellow compatriots, as I stressed since the very first day I assumed office, working towards lasting peace in Cyprus is my absolute priority. I have repeatedly stated that the only effective way to address both the continuing illegal occupation and the massive violation of human rights generated by the absence of a peace path is to pave one. I will exert every effort towards the goal, as my vision is to see Cyprus reunited, from Paphos to Apostolos Andreas, from Famagusta to Kerinia, making our island a place of peace, stability and security. a place that will offer equal prospects of prosperity to all its legal inhabitants. My government's aim is to finally render Cyprus a normal, functional state without anachronistic guarantee systems and occupying troops, laying the foundation for peaceful coexistence and mutual understanding. A state that allows all its legitimate citizens to live in conditions of shared respect, that strives for the preservation of human rights, including the freedom of movement, the freedom of settlement, and the right to property. A state where fundamental freedoms and intercultural dialogue prevail. A state, a member state of the European Union, that capitalizes on its strategic position and its geopolitical role to establish close relations with all its neighbors in the Eastern Mediterranean, the broader Middle East and beyond, a reliable and indispensable partner for our friends and allies. It goes without saying, dear friends, that the present state of affairs in Cyprus can in no way be the future of our country. Constant Turkish violations in the buffer zone, as last August's incident against UN personnel showcase, proved that the status quo in Cyprus is neither static nor sustainable. I'm convinced that you all agree that this fragile situation can in no way be our future. It cannot be our legacy to the next generation, to the Cypriot youth, and by definition, to our children. For this reason, since day one, we work in a methodical and consistent manner, undertaking initiatives and convincing the international community of the urgent need to resume negotiations. So in this respect, we welcome the appointment of the UN Secretary General Personal Envoy, Mrs. Cuellar, which her appointment was itself an important message for the commitment of the Secretary General. A message that, in my view, unveils the absolute necessity to resume negotiations aimed at achieving a mutually acceptable and workable solution to the Cyprus issue. Her appointment is particularly important as it responds to concerns about the direction we are going. I do not underestimate the difficulties, the challenges, the problems we are facing. I know very well the challenges stemming from the irrational Turkish demand for a two-state solution, and I'm well aware of the unacceptable Turkish position setting preconditions to restart talks, namely the so-called sovereign equality and equal international status. Let me take advantage of my presence here tonight to be perfectly clear. Turkish positions have been answered long ago. They have been answered not only by each and every government of the Republic of Cyprus. In fact, Turkish demands have been persistently addressed by the international community itself, by the relevant Security Council resolutions, by all convergences that have been achieved on the table of the negotiations, and by the European Union principles and values. There is not, and there will never be, any other basis of settlement of the Cyprus question to that described by the UN Security Council resolutions. Dear friends, illegality originating from invasion, use of force, and occupation cannot be recognized, cannot be legitimized. For us, for all Cypriots, for the international community, there is no other option than solving the Cyprus problem based on the agreed framework. There is no choice but to strive for rebuilding trust and fostering dialogue through which positions and concerns of all sides can be discussed and addressed in good faith, always though within the agreed framework. From this platform tonight, I wish to repeat my pledge that I'm dedicating to negotiate a viable and comprehensive settlement, always within the agreed UN framework and the principles and values of the European Union. In this struggle, in this huge endeavor, all of you, Cypriots of the diaspora, have the capacity to act as you have always been doing and continue to do so as catalysts for peace. After all, we always keep in mind the notable, beneficial role of our diaspora, whether in campaigning for a free, united Cyprus, or in enriching our bilateral relations with other countries in every corner of the world. Dear friends, at this point and before concluding, I would like to extend my best wishes to Ambassador Konstantinidou on her recent appointment as the head of Diaspora and Repatriated Service. I believe that both her rich and fruitful diplomatic career, as well as her acute sense of responsibility, are tools necessary to successfully deliver on this very important mission and priority for my government. I'm also pleased for the Council of Ministers' recent decision as regards the reintegration of the Diaspora and Repatriate Service into the Ministry of Foreign Affairs structure. After all, further enhancing, coordinating, and intensifying the relations with the diaspora forms a key objective, a major pillar of our foreign policy. Dear friends, in closing, I wish to reiterate the profound gratitude of the people and the government of Cyprus for the work carried out, the achievements accomplished, and all activities undertaken by the Brotherhood in favor of the communities and Cyprus' interest. Your work empowers our efforts, fill us with strength and hope to continue our struggle towards the fulfillment of our national aspirations and goals, and the occupation and reunify Cyprus. We're getting closer and closer, dear friends, to the centennial anniversary, and I'm certain that the Brotherhood will continue to flourish in the years to come. On my behalf, on behalf of the government of the Republic of Cyprus, I assure you that the government will persist in bolstering you by all means at its disposal in order to carry on your great and, I would say, historic mission. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Your Excellency. There's not a great deal of space here, but I would like to ask the Brotherhood's President, Aris Charalambidis, Honorary President Haris Sofoglidis, Vice Presidents Christos Karaolis and Ninos Koumetou to join us up here with the President.
Mr. President, I had so much to say, very much in fact, but luckily for me, Christos Selidor, so I am saved.
It's a special day for the Maronite community today, yesterday.
It was a special day because after the intervention of the President of Cyprus, a school in my village called Makidi, that is enclaved, just like Rizogaptaso, has opened, and we have one child.
After 25 years.
After 25 years. So my only job tonight is just to read what is on his plaque, and in Greek, ο Πρόεδρος και το Διοικητικό Συμβούλιο ανακηρύσσουν τον εξοχότατο Πρόεδρο της Κυπριακής Δημοκρατίας, κ. Νίκο Χριστοδουλίδη, προστάτη της ελληνικής Κυπριακής αδερφότητας. Εις ένδειξη εκτίμησης ευγνωμοσύνης και αναγνώριση της αγάπης, της πολύτιμης και σημαντικής προσφοράς του στην ομογένεια της Βρετανίας, της στενής και καρποφόρας συνεργασίας του με την ελληνική Κυπριακή αδερφότητα, για τους πολύχρονους άνισους αγώνες του, για την προβολή και προάσπιση των δικαίων του Κυπριακού λαού, για τον τερματισμό της τουρκικής κατοχής, την ελευθερία και την επανένωση της Κύπρου και του λαού της. In English, very shortly, the President and the Council of the Greek Cypriot Brotherhood in appreciation of all the work that the President has done over the years for Cyprus and for the Greek Cypriot Brotherhood, present this plaque to commemorate his visit and his at this 90th anniversary of the Greek Cypriot Brotherhood. I call on the President to present this plaque to Mr. Christodoulidis.
It's a great pleasure for me to present it.
Είστε καλά. Έχουμε και κάτι εμείς για την... In honoring the Greek Cypriot Brotherhood, whose lifelong dedication and steadfast support and commitment to Cyprus, I would like to present you with this plaque as a small token of recognition of your great work. Congratulations. Έλα κύριε Ρικούλα κοντά. Σε βαρετώ, Thank you very much.